Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. My name's Jen of Jennifer Yoon Leather and Wool, and I wanted to do some things a little bit differently this time around for my shop update. I figured maybe I'll do a video update for you guys and it'll give you a better idea as far as what you might see in my shop in this upcoming update. I've got a few new colors for my Buttero collection. That seems to be a pretty popular collection, probably one of my most popular ones, to be honest. So I thought I'd get a few more colors in. I've got something exciting coming out with Devon Ventry of Knitting McPurley, so keep an eye out on her podcast and her website and her newsletter for shop updates, because there's something pretty cool coming in her shop that's sort of a collaboration between the two of us. But in any case, that is relevant because it also has to do with the Battero Leather. But I'll show you what's going on in my shop update, in my next shop update for April. So what I've got going on here are a few different new colors. I've got an aubergine, so it's like a dark purple. It's a really nice, rich purple. And with all of these, I'm going to have project needle sleeves, but I'll also have the interchangeable needle cases, and I'll show you that in a second as well too. So here we've got the Battero Leather, and this is a premium Italian vegetable tan leather. It's really, really nice. It's probably one of the nicest leathers that I carry in my shop. And this one's in the, like I said, the aubergine, the purple, the deep purple. And then I've got this one, and I can't remember what I've called this one. I think this is called Crimson Red. So this is the Crimson Red in the Battero. If I am mistaken, I will correct it in the video notes, but otherwise, that's what it is. So Crimson Red. And again, all of these I'll have in matching interchangeable needle cases as well too. So if you want to be kind of matchy and have a nice set, you can get both of these with my next shop update. And then last but not least, I've got this color. And this color, sort of, I looked at it and I got it and I was like, oh, I like this color. Why do I like this color? This color reminds me of McDonald's hot mustard dipping sauce. I know that sounds really funny, but I have a thing for McDonald's hot mustard dipping sauce. It goes back a ways, but yeah, this looks exactly like that. So this color is called hot mustard. I know. Yeah, let me know. Anyone else fans of hot mustard dipping sauce out there for their chicken nuggets? I'm kind of curious because as an aside, they discontinued it in several years back in Canada, and we couldn't get it up here. So I was traveling down to the States one year in the summertime doing a road trip with my husband. And we stopped and kind of got extra hot mustard dipping sauces along the way every time we stopped at McDonald's, so we can bring it back to Canada with us. So yeah, but thankfully they reinstated the hot mustard sauce back in the Canadian chain. And not that I go to McDonald's that often, but it's pretty tasty when I do. And I like to, anytime I want to have a little treat, that's my treat there with chicken nuggets and French fries. So, sorry. Back to this, hot mustard. It's a nice sort of Dijon-y, browny, yellow, mustardy kind of color. And that's also available, and that will also be available as a new color palette. And then I have my usual lineup of, my sapphire, my emerald, what else do I have? Sapphire, emerald. So those are pretty popular, and I know I've been getting requests to have those back in the shop, so I've finally got an update for those. And then I'll have onyx black and the mocha brown also back in shop, as well as a few of the burgundy ones. Unfortunately, I don't have the matching interchangeable needle cases for the burgundy leather, but I do have a few of the needle sleeves. Those will be back in stock as well. So that's what's going on with the needle sleeves. If you don't know about the needle sleeves and you want to check out one of my other videos on my channel, feel free to check that out. It's kind of something I came up with on a fluke. They're pretty nice to have. Oh, I've got this project here. So, if you're if you've got a project on your needles and you want to take a break, and you can just slip your needles in the needle sleeve. You don't have to like poke them into your ball and split the yarn and do all that, or have them come loose and they start piercing your work and stuff like that. It's pretty nice to have. So I do like my needle sleeves. By the way, this purple's gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah. Anyways, okay. So on that note, with the aubergine, with the purple, I have, they're not done yet, obviously, but these will be the 4-inch. This is the 4-inch case, and this is the 5-inch interchangeable needle case. So again, I'll have these in the new colors, as well as in some of the older ones, the sort of original colors that I have that I normally carry. So the regular stock colors, which is the sapphire and the emerald, those are pretty popular, so I'll have those as well. Okay. Let me show you, and I wanted to just sort of showcase what the interchangeable needle case is all about. I don't actually have a separate video for it. I probably should do a video. Jenny Feifel over at Sweater Freak Knits, she's done a review video for a case that she has of mine. It's in the sapphire blue, and she did a review a couple years back, or last year, a couple years ago, about with what she thought of the interchangeable needle case that she got. So if you want to head over to her YouTube channel and check that out, she's got a review there. In the meantime, let me show you this. So this is my 4-inch case, and I use 4-inch interchangeable needles from Chaogu. So with these, what this allows me to do, and why this came about, is I was knitting sweaters, and I still do knit sweaters, but I was knitting sweaters quite a bit a couple years ago. And I was thinking, with all the switching between the ribbing for the collars and the cuffs, versus if you're doing color work or if you've got the main body of the sweater, you're usually having to size up or down on the needles. So I thought, okay, maybe rather than digging around in my needle case, which is kind of large and kind of bulky, and having that in my project bag, I thought, what if I had something that was a lot smaller, compact, I can tuck away into my project bag or into a case that I have that I can, carries all my notions. What if I do that? So I thought, okay. And what I came up with was this design, and I went through a couple of different iterations, and I finally landed on this one, and I think this is stuck ever since. Now this is the Toffee Brown, and this used to be a lot lighter. So the great thing about these leathers is they develop this really brilliant patina over time. So this is browned. You can see the scratch marks in there. You can see it's sort of aged, and it's been tossed around in my project bags. And so what happens, I will open it, and in here, what I'll usually do is, corresponding with whatever project I have going, I will have the 2 sets of needles that I typically need. Maybe even 3, like I might have one on the project itself, and then 2 additional needles that I need to size up or down depending on where I am in the project. So with that, I have, so it fits the needles, and it fits up to, I think you can fit up to a size 8. So you can see that this side is slightly wider than this side. Is that the case? Yeah. And so this will, accommodate slightly smaller needles. This will accommodate slightly larger needles. So I usually put the larger ones in this side and the smaller ones in this side. And so I can have 2 sets of needles plus my needle lock, my cable lock, that allows me to lock my cable in place. And then what I did was, this is the new addition from like my first iteration of this, is I added a pocket in the back that allows me to store my cables. So I can store a really long cable that's coiled up, or I can store even a couple of small cables that are just coiled up, and then I just sort of wrap them up. Wrap them up, and I tuck them in here. And they tuck in really nicely. So you've got extra, some people even carry extra needles around in the back as well too. Or like a little ruler or something where, they can just tuck it in. It's just an extra little storage pocket. I find it's really useful for cables. But I mean, whatever floats your boat, stick other things in there if it fits in there and you just need to carry it around, that works too. And then I just sort of tuck it away, and that goes in my project bag. So it's a nice addition to the tools that I use in order to just have something compact on the go. I don't need my entire needle, like my entire set of needles. Way too heavy, way too bulky. I just want to have something small to grab and go, and I don't want to have to pull out some large thing in order to like dig through my needles and look through the sizes and figure out what I need. So this is a nice and easy way and compact way to carry it about. All right. If you have one of these, let me know what you think of it. If you've had one for a while now, I know like they've sold really well, and if you had one for a while, let me know in the comments below what you think of it, or the project needle sleeve, what you think of it. I know I've gotten really good feedback over it, but I'm always happy to hear whatever you have to say about my products. And that's the only way they'll get better is if I hear back from you, and if you like what you're seeing, then I can offer you more of the same and in different leathers. If there's something you're like, man, I don't love it, leave that too, and I can see what I can do. And maybe you've got maybe there is the way that you use it that would be more convenient for other people as well too. And I can certainly look at updating some of my designs in order to accommodate that as well too, if that makes sense. Anyways, so that's what I've got coming up in the shop update. So a lot of Buttero, interchangeable needle cases, project needle sleeves. You'll see them in the other colors, the other stable colors as well too, especially in the emerald and the sapphire. And yeah, I hope I see you in the shop. So I've also got, this is my latest knitting project. I've got a few things on the go, but this one was quick and easy. It's the trail sock by Heidi and Lana, or Heidi and Lana, I guess. I knew a Lana and a Lana in school, so I'm not sure how it's pronounced exactly, but Heidi and Lana, I guess. So this is the trail sock, and this is actually really nice. And I don't usually knit socks, but I might knit more of these. And I always have a problem with socks, especially heels, especially like ankle socks, slipping down. But this is actually, the way it's constructed, it hugs my heel. So it's actually been pretty good so far. It kind of looks silly wearing one sock around the house, testing it out, but I've got the other one sock on the go here. But yeah, it's been pretty good. And the yarn is, I can't remember this one, where I got this, but it's a merino wool nylon combo. I think it's like 75-25 or 80-20, and your usual sock yarn. And then this one is from Yarn Indulgences, and this is the, which one is this one? Zlux silk fingering. So I think it's a combination of merino, nylon, and silk. It's a really nice combo. I did my Yolana shawl in this one from Lisa Seifert's Dole Valley Knits. I did my Yolana shawl with this one, and along with two other colors in this weight. So yeah. So in any case, that's what that is, and that's what the latest is on my needles. And yeah. All right. If you like what you see, feel free to like this video, subscribe, ring that bell, whatever it is that YouTube tells people to do. And I don't release videos that often, so you probably won't hear too many notifications from me. And leave a comment below. I'm always happy to read comments, and I'd love to hear what you think. All right, and if you need to find me, you can find me on Instagram at Jen Yoon and at leatherandwool.ca. That's my website. All right, thanks, and bye for now.